Hey everyone and welcome. Today we're diving into one of the most fundamental tools in all of trading, the trend line. We're going to get straight into the exact rules for drawing them right, and maybe even more importantly, how to sidestep those common errors that can really mess up your analysis. Let's get to it. So here's our game plan. First up, we'll dig into why trend lines are just so powerful. Then we're going to get into the golden rules of how to actually draw them. After that, I'll give you a super simple 5-step guide, and then we'll finish up by looking at the absolute deal-breaker mistakes that you have to avoid. But before we get into all the how-tos, just stop and think about this for a sec. How can a simple line that you draw yourself be one of the most respected tools by pros all over the world? Well, the answer to that is really the key to using it the right way. Okay, let's unpack that big why. Because once you truly understand the importance of this tool, you'll know exactly how to use it effectively. This right here, this is the heart of it. There are 4 massive reasons trend lines work. 1. They are everywhere. So many traders are looking at the exact same lines. 2. They are the clearest, simplest way to see a trend. 3. They act as a moving or dynamic support and resistance level. And 4. They are literally the building blocks for so many other chart patterns you know and love. Alright, so we get why they matter. Now for the fun part. Let's talk about the golden rules. These are the non-negotiables, the things you absolutely have to get right for your trend lines to be accurate. Let's start with the absolute basics. What is a trend line? In an uptrend, you're connecting the bottoms, the swing lows. And in a downtrend, you're connecting the tops, the swing highs. It sounds simple, I know, but choosing the right points is everything. And the very first rule you need to burn into your brain is all about confirmation. And the magic number here is 3. And here's exactly what that means. See, with 2 points, all you have is a potential line. It's just a guess, really. But when the price comes down and hits that line a third time and bounces off, bam, that's your confirmation. That's the market telling you that, yes, other people see this line too, and it's real. So just to be crystal clear on which points we're connecting, for an uptrend, you connect the rising bottoms. This creates a sort of moving floor of support. For a downtrend, you do the opposite. You connect the falling tops, creating a ceiling of resistance. Oh, and this one. This is a big one, especially for beginners. It is totally okay for your line to slice right through the candle wicks. You know, those little shadows. No problem at all. But, and this is a big but, it should never, ever cut through the main body of a candle. If it does, the line is just wrong. You have to redraw it. Okay, you've got the rules. Now let's turn this into a super simple, repeatable process you can use every single time you open a chart. Let's walk through it. Step 1, and this is obvious but crucial, make sure there's actually a trend. Don't try this in a sideways choppy market. Step 2, find at least 2 clear swing points. Step 3, connect them. Draw your first line. Step 4 is key. You have to adjust the line as new prices come in to get the best fit. And finally, step 5, sit back and wait for that third touch to prove your line is the real deal. And please remember this, a trend line is a living thing on your chart. It's not something you just draw once and forget about. As long as that trend is going, you're in this constant loop of updating your line and watching for more and more confirmations. We've talked a lot about what to do, but honestly, knowing what not to do can be even more valuable. Let's make sure your analysis stays clean and objective. This quote here just nails it. The market doesn't owe you a perfect clean trend line all the time. The most important skill is recognizing when the setup just isn't there, and then having the discipline not to force it. So here it is, the number 1 mistake, trying to force a trend line where one doesn't belong. Let me give you a tip. If you have to squint your eyes or tilt your head or keep redrawing the line to kind of sort of make it fit, it's not real. A good trend line is obvious. It just jumps right off the screen. So let's wrap this up with a quick checklist. Use this every single time you draw a line. Do you have at least 3 touches? Are you connecting the right points? Lows for uptrends, highs for downtrends. Is the line staying out of the candle bodies? And finally, be honest. Is it obvious, or are you forcing it? If you can't say yes to all 4, get that line off your chart. And that leaves us with one last question you should always ask yourself. Is this line showing you the objective truth of what the market is doing? Or is it just a tool you're using to confirm what you hope will happen? Make sure it's always the first one. Thanks for watching.